So when you say I am, when you say I am, you empower yourself. You empower yourself to who you want to be and who you want to become. And so like we spoke about last week, when you say I am in the different areas of life, you identify who you really are in those areas. And what we're doing today is we're building on that. We're looking to understand, have you consciously become the person you want to be, or have you allowed your environment to condition you? So what's your identity in every area of life? In your love life, where would you say you are? What's your identity when it comes to who you want to be? Meaning in work, meaning in love, meaning in family, meaning in relationship. Guys, if you are not clear about who you want to be, then you will show up as your environment makes you. Are you okay with that? That your environment makes you and you don't make your environment? Make that conscious decision that that will change today. So I am a great mother. This is a great example. What does that mean?
Exactly.
So that's where I want to empower you. That's where you can make decisions. What does that mean? I am an amazing mother. What does that mean? Does it mean that you're patient? Does it mean that you give them everything that they want and you spoil them to death? What does that mean? And that significance can be different for you as it is for me. Who do you identify yourself to be? I've got a funny story to share with you guys this week. Okay. So as you guys all know me, I identify myself with what? With somebody who is quite young, jamming, moving around, doing some stuff, younger than her age. Okay. And smiley all the time. But having that youth is super important for me. So let me tell you something. I have a friend of mine a little while ago. She's like, why don't you watch the show Younger? I'm like, meh, light comedy, meh, not up my alley. But you know what? I felt like it. So I said, I'm going to pick it up. So this character, Liza, so funny. She's 40-something years old. Husband cheats on her, gambles all her money. Daughter moves to India and she finds herself with absolutely nothing. So she decides, I want to restart my life, and she moves to Brooklyn. And she shows up to these editing houses, editor homes, to be able to print books. And she shows up and they look at her like, oh, you're too old. You can't work here. You're too old. So she's like, okay, well, what if I became 25 again? And so she maps out this new identity, and everything revolves around this new identity. The way she dresses, the way she acts, her new boyfriend, what she wears, everything on this new identity. Why did it work for her? She is completely immersed, 100%. So when I tell you, I am talking about complete immersion in who you are. So this is when I decided I was going to dress a little bit younger. I watched the show. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take out all that clothes that I never wear because. And so if you want to identify to something, I ask you, immerse yourself. Don't try to, let it come through you. You don't try to be an excellent salesperson. You are. It comes through you. So when you decide to change, point number one that you write down is, when you decide to change, you decide to immerse yourself completely within that change. So really funny story during this whole thing happening. The show that I'm watching, so she's dating this 25-year-old, and then all of a sudden, her 40-year-old self starts showing up, okay? She looks at this boy that she's really into, and she's like, are you trying to tell me you don't read? You're trying to tell me you didn't even finish high school? You're trying to tell me, and all of a sudden, she starts doing what?
Talking down, being old.
No. She's starting criticizing. What else did she start doing? She started judging. If you are not like me, then we can't be together because we can't align. When did you become critical and when did you start judging? When did this happen? And once you can identify when it happened, I want you to take yourself out. You guys have already done the class on first second, and third observant, right? Meaning you see things through your own eyes, which is position number 1. Position number 2 is seeing it through the next person's eyes or the person that I'm talking to. And the third is the observant. So I want you to observe yourself, and I want you to ask yourself, do I judge? And when I do, when does that happen? Aha. When does it happen? When do you decide? I want you to take a step away. And when do you decide that judging and criticizing has become part of you? Because it happens slowly over time. And so in this story with this character, she takes a step back and she goes, oh my God, what am I doing? Why am I being critical? Why am I judging? Why people are deciding to be the way they are, and I love the way he is. Why am I trying to change him? Right? And I thought that was big. So I ask you, when did you become critical and when did you decide to start judging others? Because when you start doing that, you want people to fit in your model of the world. And your model of the world is only subjective to the identity that you've built yourself. The more we build our model of the world, the more we criticize and judge other people that don't have that same model of the world. So now I ask you, are you closer to the power of trying or to the power of certainty of being? So we have on one side, I'm trying to do this. And on the other side, we have the certainty of being, right? Is there complete certainty when you try? No. It's when you do, when you are certain of your being. What is certain of your being? I am going to go run. I am a runner. I'm running. In this moment, I am a runner. So I will run with full clarity and full certainty. One versus the other. Right? Everybody believes that they should start at the top. I want to prospect, I need to get 10 appointments. If not, my ego is going to take a big shot. Right? What happens when you start? You try. Yeah. When you are certain and you show up and say, I may cook an awful meal, but I am certain that I will be cooking. I am certain I will be bringing the best of me. I will be certain to be showing up completely. And so then you decide there's something else attached. I am disattached to the result and attached to the way I show up. So what if I told you all you needed to do was show up completely? All of you. All of you. Would that be okay? Do you give yourself permission to show up completely? Not frazzled all over the, but completely. And if you put all of you in it, then that result is enough.